Did you just swallow?
You can hear it in his neck.
That shit was loud. Yo, we got you recording?
Yeah. NuffSaidTuSabe, we back. Here we go. Episode 5. Let's go on to sports. Let's start off with these few trades that's happened with the NFL. First one is Wilson going to Denver.
Why do quarterbacks, good quarterbacks or even great quarterbacks decide to go to another team? And they both chose Denver. Like, what is it with Denver?
I mean, maybe they're potheads.
and speaking of that, didn't they just lift the drug test? Or is that not?
That's MLB. It's MLB up there.
Okay.
Yeah, so Major League Baseball is no longer testing for
steroids.
Because for steroids, per the collective bargaining agreement, ended. So now we got all these players that should be or should not be in the Hall of Fame, whatever you want to say. But, all-time greats. Whether or not they're in the Hall of Fame or not, they're still all-time greats that are not in the Hall of Fame because of steroids. Now, this entire season, by the way, today they finally came to an agreement. MLB season will restart.
Yes,
I think on April 7th. Yes, sir.
I'm ready.
Go Yankees! And
yes, sir.
And so this year there's not going to be no drug testing the entire year. It looks like, at least until they reach another agreement.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens if later on down the line they come out, this guy, they find out that this guy was on PEDs the entire season, but it was legal this year. They didn't test it, right? They didn't test for it. What happens if that becomes an issue? Like, are you going to make a separate Hall of Fame? Are you going to discount that entire year from that player's record? So Major League Baseball, you got to get with it, dog.
I mean, there's always going to be that argument of if he did or if he didn't. Especially with this year coming up, I don't know. I mean, I'm like kind of in between. If you take them and you use them to your advantage, then consequences are on you, really. But at the same time, does it really put it on an advantage over somebody else who's not doing it? I don't know.
I say do it for the sport, man, because baseball is one of the most. I don't think people watch baseball as much as basketball and football. So it's like, make fuck it. If they're doing it, they're doing it. Back then when Sosa, McGuire, they had that run. That was baseball coming back.
That was at its peak, bro. I mean, that's at its peak.
That's when it was at its it was coming up. Everybody was watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, Aaron Judge was great at the beginning of his first rookie year, I think it was. And look, he's just on a decline. Give him some juice, man. He needs to get back out there and finish this shit, man. You declined every year.
There's been multiple beat writers of people that have been in the locker room. It's like, dog, in the 80s and 90s, it wasn't just PEDs, man. Like they had candy bowls, with whatever the fuck you want in it. Amphetamines, cocaine, whatever, you know what I mean? They just picked their, whatever's
you talk like you were there.
I was not there, but I mean, multiple beat writers have talked about it. It's like, man, that's just the way the game was, man. And the NFL to a certain extent. Also, NBA to a lesser extent. But I mean, it's just part of the game, man. Like, it's a sport, and you want to be competitive.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you want to do as a competitor? You want to gain a competitive advantage. I don't think drugs is the right way to do it, but if it makes the game more exciting, as long as niggas ain't dying off that shit, we're cool. The last thing you want is somebody overdosing on some dumb shit because you didn't regulate it correctly.
Well, I mean, if they say it's not illegal, it's not gonna be their fault that somebody ODs. You know what I'm saying? That's on them.
Well, yeah, but you still don't want people, just croaking.
No, you don't. But hey, that's on them. That's their bill.
Yeah,
we gave them insurance.
It's on them. Like, if you want to do it, you pay the consequences for whatever you're taking.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
Right.
So I know,
you gotta
Robert,
protect your brand, though. You got to protect your brand because if your brand is, well, yeah, come play for us. Come join the MLB, NFL, NBA, but there's a 25% chance that you might die.
Yeah.
So I don't.
It's not on that. It's not on that team though. It's on the individual though.
Yeah.
The individual's taking it and they want to boost whatever
or decline.
Or decline. Yeah, or decline.
Like Robert was saying last show. Like, why ain't people endorsing? Like, why isn't the marketing for baseball good or something like that? Because of stuff like this, man. There's nothing to. Yeah. There's nothing to market. Nobody's buying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're able to give out these crazy contracts for people that are shaped like us. It's because, like, they play so many games. The revenue, you know what I mean? Like, even if the stadiums are 30% capacity, they play 200 damn games the goddamn season. So the money gonna come in. People are still, like so you know what I mean. It's like you have more games. I mean, there's more revenue regardless of the product on the field. And I mean, I think Major League Baseball, this is supposed to be America's pastime. That is no longer America's pastime. The NFL, by far, is America's pastime. The NFL is an event. Every week, I change my entire life schedule according to when the Cowboys play.
Yeah.
So, and MLB is, I mean, and then like the stars also, they're not as flamboyant as they used to be either. You got Mike Trout, probably the best player in baseball. I've never heard that nigga speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't market that son of a bitch, but he's the highest paid player in baseball right now. So, I mean, MLB got some work to do, man.
Yeah. And that's what Bob was saying, that they struggle with that marketing of baseball because nobody. They mentioned it last week. Nobody's gonna buy cleats just to wear just around. Like, how are they gonna market their stuff when?
It's not relatable to the youth. Like, we go out and play football and basketball every day. We don't. It's rare that we want to get together and have baseball games. Everybody's got to be off that day and the next day,
And it's expensive, bro, to get fucking cleats, to get bats, gloves.
Yeah. And it's hard. Like that. And I was telling Bug this the other day. I was like, Jeter is probably one in our generation. Well, to me, one of the most iconic players, right? And he had a shoe deal, but who do he have a shoe deal with? Jordan. So, of course, all his shoes are going to sell because they're like the ones, and sometimes they'll make something else, but it always comes back to a shoe that's already been there, like a Jordan one. It's like, and it's like he's supposed to be the best player, since God knows when,
Yeah.
And that's how his shoes are selling. If he just had his random shoe out there, nobody's going to buy that. Nobody's going to buy their shoes. Nobody's going to go out there and look for I don't know, Aaron Judge Converse.
Yeah, like when Tony Parker he left Nike. He had a potential deal with Jordan on the line, turned it down, one with Nike, and then left Nike to go with Peak.
Well, they probably had incentives and
with who?
It's a Chinese thing. Shout out to those 5 San Antonio Spurs fans that bought Peak shoes and fucked up your Achilles. Shout out.
Hey, for those who bought it and then they're probably still in the box and stuff like that, Maybe they're working. They're
There might
gonna
be worth something.
one day. Yeah.
Nah,
Maybe worse.
they're like Stephen Berries. Remember Stephen Berries?
Oh,
$8.99
man.
Starberries.
Shit, Starberries.
With
yeah.
the
No, the
The
one he
starters. The starters.
made. They look. No.
who
Who signed with Data?
Yeah. I was asking that.
Mhm.
I was like, who signed with Dada that had the
Oh,
spinner?
that was Chris Webber and Spreewell. No,
Sprewell.
Spreewell had Dada Supreme, right?
Yeah.
Yep, they had a little spinner on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either that or Fubu. I think Fubu made the same shoe like years later.
Oh man,
It's sold it at Walmart.
everybody.
Well,
was
you know the Shaq.
late '90s.
The Shaqs made all the shoes.
Oh, they sure did. Whatever you want. You want Jordan 4s? I got you. Shaq got them.
Hey, to this day, the only big man that sold shoes, they actually had a legit shoe, was David Robinson. But those Robinsons were fire. And
Yeah,
they're
but they
still
also
hard
went
to
up.
get.
They also went up to the back of your knee. When you
Yeah,
joined
exactly.
That shit was super high tops. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
You know, your shins getting scratched up because the tongue hitting that shit.
You're gonna have calf problems because you wore
Oh,
a certain
man.
basketball shoe.
Well, nah, but they were pretty dope.
Yeah, those are dope. And I'm not a huge David Robinson fan, you know, as far as even though I am a Spurs fan, but
Yeah, nah. Even Duncan shoe. There's no Duncan shoe. And then
Yeah.
it sucked. San Antonio, we didn't get a lot of shit in the beginning. Then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, one of the best Spurs in Kawhi Leonard, he gets a badass shoe. The ones with the claw that are black and silver.
with the claw,
They never released in San Antonio. Like they
Nope.
sold it everywhere else but San Antonio.
That's wrong. That's what's wrong.
No,
Yeah,
like
that sucks. No, I just took that screensaver off my phone like 2 years ago.
The fly,
The claw,
the claw.
the hand, yeah.
the claw in the nose. Claw in the nose.
No said.
Enough said.
That's it.
What do you think about the NBA standings right now? Current standings.
Well, tonight we whooped the Sixers' ass, and that's all I care about right now. That just shows we have potential.
Did James Harden
Nets have
and Joel play?
Yep, everybody played except for Danny Green.
And the Nets whooped.
And Simmons, he didn't play yet.
And Simmons hasn't even played yet.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with that guy?
He needs a back. He said he needs a backiotomy.
He's like Tyson. Tyson in that interview broke my back. Need a backiotomy.
Backiotomy.
He needs like a, instead of like a colon flush, he needs like a vagina flush.
There's gonna be so much anticipation for probably nothing.
There's like 20 games left in the season, and he still hasn't done anything. We definitely need him because Kyrie's not gonna be on the road. Not at home games, only on the road.
Well, they're lifting the mandate. Supposedly it's gonna happen in the next 2 weeks. So
they need to hurry up so we get in time for the playoffs.
That's coming up.
Kyrie is still the best draw in basketball to me. Like when Kyrie's playing, I'm going to watch.
Kyrie's
that guy is a show. He puts on a show, man.
Bob, what do you think about that? Oh, he's not here. Anyway, he's not here.
He needs to get fired.
Yeah.
First of all, Kyrie is absolutely a Hall of
Famer.
I think so.
Kyrie's what?
He's absolutely Hall of Famer.
I absolutely.
I mean,
win or lose, and he's already a champion anyway. So
I mean, he's the best ball handler ever. He's the best finisher ever. He puts on the best show. If it wasn't for him, LeBron would have lost that series, obviously. You know what I mean? And it's like, I understand from a mental standpoint. He's also the most polarizing figure in the NBA because, he checks out. Like, he's not your average competitor. He does whatever the fuck he wants. So he's like a house cat. House cats do whatever the fuck they want, and it's frustrating. But you still love them. And
let me ask you something. Should that affect his NBA legacy though?
No.
As far as just on the court.
No, I think this is the little fuzzy page in his career, but it's not. It shouldn't hurt his legacy. No.
I don't think so. I don't think it's not. I don't think it resonates as much in the NBA as it would be in like an NFL. Like how Terrell was any good in the first 2 years. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like just because the guy's an asshole, you're gonna keep him out of the Hall of Fame? You're a dumbass. You know.
Yeah.
But Kyrie is like the NBA is not. It's not built like that. You know. It's not.
Yeah.
He's definitely, if not a first ballot, you know, he's gonna get in regardless. But in my opinion, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I think so too. But that's in my opinion.
Yeah. Who knows?
I like the kid, man. He's nice.
Yeah. Hey, man, it's art, bro. Like watching him is like watching somebody watching Bob Ross paint happy little trees on live television.
Oh, that's a birdie. That's a birdie. That's a birdie.
Yes, the bird's awesome.
Enough said. We're gonna take a break. We'll go be right back.
Carlos.
I know.
Hey, just make sure you make sure you
you
your wire.
At least unplug it from the
No, unplug the wire.
Before you go, yeah.
I was about to make a murder.
Exactly, yo. See?
Break my iPad.
I'm looking out for you, bro. Yo, you don't have to take it out. Just unplug it, stupid. Now you gotta put it back.
Plug it from the iPad. Unplug it from the iPad.
I got it.
He can't hear it. He can't hear it. Did you unplug it?
He has to do all that all over again.
That's what I'm saying. Dummy. Hey, Carlos, why are you looking like that?
What I mean, well, genetics, you know.
1, genetics. 2.
2, you know, I've had a little bit of drink, but I mean, I think using Kyrie as an example, what Ben Simmons can bring to the Nets. I don't give a fuck what's going on upstairs. The kid can play, man. And he has everything that the Nets don't have right now. In one person, he has it all.
Oh, wait.
He has...
Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, he also has a type of game where, like, he doesn't need time with the team, right? Like, he doesn't need to, you know, to have 80 games and you know, in the offseason. They have chemistry. So his game, like, will adapt by default. You know what I mean?
So you think
that's the way he plays.
So you think everybody should adapt to him?
No, I think no, but I just don't think that he needs to. I don't think he has the type of game that is going to take time for it to gel. I think as soon as he steps on the court,
he's an instant W, instant whatever.
Yeah, bro. Like he does absolutely everything except shoot the basketball, which with that team he doesn't have to. Don't shoot it. Make a layup, dunk the basketball, score 12 points a game, and that's all they need, and they can win it. They can win it. Pass the ball, bro. Pass it, rebound, defend, and get like 4 or 5 dunks a game, couple layups, miss 5 out of 7 free throws. And they're still probably will beat
5 out of 7.
Anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy is that talented, man. You know, between the ears, that's where he's missing. But in Philly, they wanted him to be that guy when that's not his game. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't tell Draymond Green to be the fourth quarter, to dominate in the fourth quarter, right? So why are you asking Ben Simmons to do that? Like they failed him in Philadelphia. They failed him.
When it comes to Ben Simmons, he's just, to me, he's just another role player.
He's a role player, definitely. Not a leader.
Can help the team, you know?
He's one of the best role players in NBA history. You know?
All right. Like, check this out. Enough said. I want to get to another sport. We're going to go football. Rodgers, $200 million, 4 years.
Does he have 4 years? Does he have 4 years on him? How old is this cat?
At this point, and the question is, what do you think about the deal? Because if you think about it, you think he's going to be good? Most likely, my opinion, yes, but who knows? Like at this
Well,
point, for him, it's good because whether he's good or not, he's getting
Yeah,
paid.
yeah.
I think guarantees like
yeah.
150
I mean,
million.
the thing is that
Golly.
he's been crying. He's been crying about, oh, we can't build a team, blah blah. And then you gonna sign this deal. Now it means you might even lose Devontae Adams because you signed that goddamn deal. Like they're gonna have to franchise tag him at least. That doesn't guarantee him after next year. They're not gonna be able to afford the motherfucker or anybody else for that matter. So you're
But at
talking
this
about the
point,
team, and I'm all in for the team, nigga. No,
but
you're
look,
not.
a lot of players play for the money too now. Some people
That's what
are good,
I'm not
are
mad at
good.
him.
No,
yeah.
no, no. I'm saying, but some people play for the money because they don't give a damn. He already got a chip, so it's like this time, what? I'm fighting for the max. He threatened to leave that team twice. They didn't bite the first time,
Yeah.
but they bit this year. They're
Yeah.
giving him the highest pay.
But
So,
my
rather
thing is though,
regardless,
because that's not what he's saying though. That's not what he's saying. Because on camera he's saying like, I need a team, and I'm all about my team, and blah blah.
do
I mean,
But then he goes out there and he signs his
do you
goddamn
believe
deal.
that? But do you believe that? Do
No,
you
I don't
believe
believe it.
because
The
he's
nigga
saying
said he
it?
was immunized. What the fuck does
No, he
that
did.
mean?
No, he didn't. He didn't say that either.
He was
You gotta watch
immunized.
no,
He was immunized.
whatever he said, but no.
What
the
the
media
fuck does
took
that
that shit
mean?
somewhere.
Man,
But look,
I was at a frat party in Austin one time, and I think I got immunized. Man, I had a great time.
the media took that shit left.
Yeah.
That's
Immunized.
funny.
What the fuck are you talking about? I got immunized, you jackass.
But like, maybe he don't care though. But like, maybe he's just like, fuck it, man. I got my money now, and now you gotta play like you want a good team around you. Like, that's not gonna happen now.
They ain't doing shit. They ain't
They're
doing
paying
don't
him
care.
all the money.
They're paying him all the money.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
he got what he wanted, and he deserves, in my opinion.
Yeah, these 4 years are that's his retirement money right there, man.
Yeah.
They build around him. They don't build around him. He's walking out the door with 200 mil.
And Brady might come back too and play one more year.
I heard that too.
Where?
And not for the same, and yeah, exactly, not for the same team.
I think he's going back to New England
To finish it there.
I don't know. You know what? Maybe not to start because they're already banking on Cassell, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Come to Dallas.
Oh God. Look, man, you guys are already getting rid of Aaron Cooper. I don't know what y'all gonna do as receiving.
Amari Cooper, because I've never heard of Aaron Cooper. But
oh well, yeah, that guy, Amari Cooper, that guy,
A Cooper.
A Cooper.
Yeah.
And Prescott, what's going on with him?
He's being sucky always.
I mean, look, I've always liked Dak Prescott. I've never loved him. I think Tony Romo's still a better quarterback.
And you got some of your homeboys were praying
that
he get the contract that he got. Now look at him.
No, man, I want him to get his money, but damn, bro, you gotta play like that money though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and that's the problem right there, man.
If I go to you, Juan, if I work for you, brother, right? I'm working for you as a dog. I want this position. Give me that position. It quadruples my salary. What do I got to do? What happens when I don't perform, right? What happens if you give me that superintendent job, but I don't perform as good as the other superintendents in my field that are getting paid roughly around the same thing I'm getting paid? What's going to happen, right? Mm-hmm. So Dak Prescott, I got to look at it that way, Nick. It's on you, brother. It ain't on the offensive line. It ain't on nobody, bro. He sucked it up in that playoff game. He needs to fucking get his fucking balls wherever they're at, who has them, get them back and find a way to play football, man. And beefing with Amari Cooper, who said 18 words in entire playoff football career, that's never a good sign too. When your star receiver is not having a good rapport with you and that wants to leave, and then the team is willing to part ways with him because of you, that's not a good look. Because he's never been about that. And now he's got his money, and now what's going on? Kudos to him. He had a great first half of the season, but when the going got rough, he did not play well. And as a Cowboys fan, look, I'm also a football fan. I'm not fucking ignorant. I'm not like, oh my God, he's the greatest quarterback ever. No, he's fucking not. But he does have the tools to win, and he's not winning. So
he does have the tools, and you said it right there. He does have the tools, but
he does.
they're not doing it.
Yeah, but it's the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think
Y'all
there's a
fucking
curse. Man.
suck.
There's a curse there.
Y'all are worse than the Jets.
Don't you
put you guys-
fucking say that.
I put you guys
I'm just
under the Jets.
There's a
I'm so
Cowboys
sick.
and
I hate the Cowboys ever since I
I
moved
know.
to
Well,
Texas.
it's cool though. I mean,
Oh.
look, it comes with that star in your helmet. You know what I mean? It's kind of like having a big penis. Everybody's gonna hate you just for having a big penis.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna refer the Cowboys to a big penis, but
Well, I mean, nobody really hates me.
that
you
know.
got personality. You're-
I do.
you got a little
Personality. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, okay, what the hell? All right, back to Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers.
Okay.
I don't know
So
what the hell you're talking about.
He lost
let's
him
go.
there.
I'm gonna go back to the NBA because Popovich tied Don Nelson's record a couple games ago. He's probably gonna break the record in a couple games, right? Where would you rank him all time?
Who? Pop?
Popovich.
Well, to me, my favorite coach has always been Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson for obvious reasons. Not a Spurs fan, never have been, never will be. Can't stand them. Fans are worse. The worst fans in the world.
That's not true.
But no, it's not. That's not. You guys are okay. But I'll put Pop. I'll put him up there. I'll put him at number one. I'll put him at number one. Then it'd be Phil Jackson and something like Pat Riley.
Really?
Probably my third or something. Yeah.
I got, I'm a Spurs fan, long lifer. I mean, till I die. But I don't, man, I'm not going to put him ahead of Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm
I was
not gonna
thinking
put him ahead of
Phil Jackson, and then maybe him.
I'll tell you what. I mean, go ahead.
Pat Riley, Red Auerbach.
But see, Red
That's
Auerbach, I
kinda
never seen that motherfucker coach. That's not on my timeline. That's like that was before me. I'm not trying to I don't know anything about that. Like we only know what they show us. And highlights are highlights. They're not their worst thing. They're showing you everything that's good about them. It could be like Phil Jackson won all those because he had the greatest player, and then he had a second, maybe third greatest player.
He had four of the
You know what
top
I'm
15
saying?
players in the history of the league. Yeah,
But you know what I'm saying? And Popovich was all draft picks. Popovich knew and knows how to manage the game with his players, and they respect and listen to him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like there was no.
I think he's the best developmental coach.
But
ever.
However you describe him, the way Phil Jackson got his versus the way Pop got his, to me, his is more like organic, man. His shit's more like homegrown. Everything's just. And
so
Phil
you think
Jackson was
his
kind of like
five?
it's kind of like Phil Jackson's in Saks Fifth Avenue, and he's got Gucci, Prada, and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this guy had to pick out Polo from Marshalls, not Macy's. Pop had this, from other stores that weren't all fancy. That's the way I see it.
So you think that Pop's 5 holds more water than Phil Jackson's 11?
No, it's not that. It's just Phil Jackson had the right people.
11 though. 11.
Yeah, but look who he had and how he got it. Look how Pop got them 5.
Yeah, no, I get it, dog. But 11.
You had two. You coached two of the 3 probably greatest players in the game ever
of all time.
Greatest of all time.
Yeah,
I get that, but 11
Pop
rings.
developed the 3. Pop developed 3 Hall of Fame stars. Think about it,
because I don't think Tony Parker is a Hall of Famer outside of Tom Turner. Maybe Ginobili because of international.
He probably won't be, but to me, that trio was. Come on, man. I hated
it. Was
y'all
special.
Death,
it was special.
Yeah,
they were special together.
But anyways, you see what I'm saying?
Special.
It's like he kind of Popovich is a monster, man, and he's still making these guys play hard. Look what they're doing to teams. Some of the teams they're keeping up with good teams, and they're beating them.
I was telling this to a friend the other day. If you're gonna tank, that's the way you do it. You show that you can beat them, and then pull out everybody in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real, that's exactly what he's doing. Like, we're whooping their ass, and all of a sudden, oh, you scored 12 points in a row. Get the fuck on the bench. We ain't winning this game, motherfucker.
I mean, it worked. I mean, it worked.
What it does is it keeps the players engaged. That way, next season they're not thinking they suck because they know they can beat those teams, right?
Yeah.
So, and you're gonna get a high draft pick, I'm sure. But man, us Spurs fans, we've been spoiled for 25 years, man. So.
Some kids are born into it too, man. So all they know is the Spurs being good, and all of a sudden they suck.
They suck, yeah.
No, I'm not used to this shit, man.
Just like the Cowboys in the '90s, man. Just like the Cowboys in the '90s.
No, but that's why that's why God exists.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's why I know God exists, because in my younger years, the Cowboys were hitting. Then when they started sucking for 25 years, the Spurs had the best winning percentage in all of sports for 25 years, And the Yankees got a couple in between there.
And now
I need the Cowboys to be.
And now there's nothing. And now there's nothing.
Now I'm just getting fat, drinking Hennessy at a friend's house, talking sports.
Depressed.
No, you won't want to have one.
Spurs are losing. Cowboys are losing. It's just
great year in sports. Love it.
The only thing I'm not losing is weight.
Me too.
I'm a loser, baby.
I'm trying, but it's starting to get harder now.
Yeah, man, it's hard. But enough said, man.
Enough said.
And I do.
Shout out to Mexico for having cheap liposuction. I might be visiting y'all in May.
Or you could go to Colombia. That's the other place.
Colombia.
Yeah, so they can glue your nipples to your stomach.
Oh.
Get your passport.
Hey. Well, look, Juan wants to go. That's an excuse right there. Hey.
I know. Look at him. I'm about to buy a Honda passport.
Okay, I want to keep it. I'm gonna do football again real quick, man. I just thought this. I don't know if I sent this to you guys, but Colin Kaepernick is working out again. Said he's NFL ready. He's ready for a championship run. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Time to quit or keep fighting this fight that my opinion, you'll probably never be an NFL player again.
And that was my question. You think anybody would actually pick him up?
If they haven't done it by now, no.
No, man, he hasn't played football in like what, 6 years?
7 years. Go apply at retire and go apply at Walmart and be a greeter, bro. It's over. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna sign.
Damn, that's a little harsh.
That's all right. What else is he gonna do?
Oh man,
he's making documentaries. I thought that document that Netflix show that he had was all right.
I didn't watch it.
Man, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, look, I have so much respect for what he did, because he basically gave up his career to make a statement, right?
What he believed.
But you have to know that, though. You have to know that you're not gonna step on a football field. And then he worked out for all these teams and sucked, man, because the NFL is all about money. If you can play, if you can help me win, we don't give a fuck what's going on. We're gonna sign you, and nobody has signed him yet, man. Like, I don't think politics holds too much water here. So, but if the motherfucker can help you win a game, somebody gonna sign him, and nobody has. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people are reading too much into it as far as like, Black Lives Matter and all that, and the whole movement. Because I love that movement, and I'm part of that movement myself, and I respect it. But he knew what he was doing when he did it. He knew that this was a possibility of a reaction as reaction. He knew that this could be the outcome. And now that it is, now he's pushing back. Now he wants to be back in the NFL. No, man, it's too late, brother.
I think it's already played out. I think it's done. It's over with. Just, go to acting or go make a reality show or,
do porn.
No.
I think he's married, bro.
Stay on what you believe. If you believed in it in the beginning, you keep believing it and keep going on with it.
Keep going. Yeah. Or you become Colin Slapperdick.
I don't know what the heck he is. All right, enough said on that topic. All right.
Enough said.
Okay, so I saw today on one of these IG sites. You know, the Black Panther director got arrested
Ryan
for
Coogler got
Oh yeah,
arrested
yeah,
at
right.
Bank of America.
okay. So you guys know what happened. For those who don't,
Mhm.
he took a sign in, like where you put, write how much you want to take out or whatever. He actually wrote a note saying he wants to take $12,000 out from my account, from his account, and I want 12,000 out of my account. I want you to count it in the back or something like that. Whatever it said, but I'm trying to be discreet.
Yeah.
So she saw it. She's like thinking, I guess,
The
oh
nigga
shit,
trying to rob me.
they're trying to rob.
Yeah.
He had his mask on with glasses and a hat. I mean, I
No,
don't. So when you go withdraw money, I don't care how much it is. 12,000. Look, man, I was taught always fill out the paperwork. In the lines and give it to them. If you have to tell them something, tell them something like, hey, it's 12,000. You mind counting it in the back though? Like, I don't want everybody here to see
Don't
it.
just give somebody a note. Like,
exactly right. You fill out the thing and just kind of tell them.
yeah,
That right
like
there was
yeah. There's those sheets that you fill out that they're in the
I
middle.
think I don't know if he wrote on the sheet what he had a little
no,
note.
he wrote on the note like what
Yeah.
he wanted them to do. All right.
Yeah.
So when a
So
bank
she
teller sees
panicked.
that,
She
those
think
are
of robbery.
demands. Those are
She think of
demands.
robbery.
I don't
Yeah.
blame them for that.
I don't blame it.
and
But
him,
everybody's on his side. Oh, he's gonna sue the
I
bank.
know.
He's gonna win. This is harassment. This
No,
is BS.
motherfucker, no, man.
But
You
you
slip a
don't hand
bank
somebody
teller a note
And that,
no
and
what
with
that,
demands on it. Like, come on, dog.
yeah, and that's initially how I saw it. That's initially how I saw it. It was like,
so I was like, why would you give her a note?
but why?
Watch
Like,
TV.
there's a form. There's a form that you fill out. There's a little slip that you're supposed to fill out. If you did it if you did it the right way, then none of this would have happened. Like,
Yeah.
here's
And
my
it sucks,
here's my account number. This is what I need. All the information is on there. But if you like slip in a note, that's suspicious.
And it wasn't even a whole lot of money. It was $12,000. You know what I mean? People pull out a lot more than that all the time.
I mean, yeah.
No, but it's just, to
saying?
me, it's not even an amount. It's just, why did you have to feel like you wrote it on a piece of paper to give to a bank teller? It's like you have not seen 110 bank robber movies. Like,
yeah, if that's the case, if you want to be discreet about it, because according to him, he wanted to be discreet about it because he was paying the lady that cleans his house or some shit like that, right? Why don't you tell the manager, hey, I want to talk to the manager, we can go to the back room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like why are you putting that bank teller in that position? Like what like she's trained to see the signs of a possible robbery. And honestly, I love Ryan Coogler. I think he's one of my favorite people on the planet. But that was different. Like he shouldn't have done that. He should have known what he was doing.
Yeah,
he should have known that could have happened. Like you can't give a bank teller a note with demands on it.
Yeah, I don't know. She probably just panicked, didn't read the whole thing because he just said my account. Do it in the back. I want to be discreet. I guess people. And the funny thing is, when the cop, the video I've seen, it walks up to him, and really there's nobody around him.
Yeah.
I think there's one person like behind him or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
The other side, the other teller. Yeah.
So I don't know who he was hiding it from. Like, why he couldn't just tell her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like there was a crowd of people around him, like listening into the conversation.
Right.
You know, like he was by himself on the left side of the fucking bank. You know what I mean? There's nobody there.
I can understand that there's like, everything full, and you kind of don't want to say it out loud because there are crazy people that will try to rob people.
Yeah. No wait for you
leaving the bank. Yep.
Yeah. And keep you. So.
Yeah, you have to be more cognizant of this. You have to be more in touch with reality, man. Like to me, I think he baited them into that. It almost seems like it. Like you can't to be as smart as he is and not know that can be a possible reaction to slipping somebody a note. Come on, dog. At a bank? Have you never seen any movie in history?
Yeah.
Yep. Robbing a bank, the first thing to do is
the sad part about it.
Robbing you.
Is this,
I think that's all.
that's all, folks. All right, here we go. Enough said. Episode 5. We had a lot of material today. We covered, a few things here and there with the legends, music, a little bit of NBA, NFL,
performances,
gas prices.
Oh, you know what? I promised you I was gonna take my shirt off.
Okay, here we go.
And
with that, we end
There
it.
we go.
Shout out. No say. No fuimos.